Fight Time Network.
Welcome back to Fight Time Network, y'all. We know it's been a little bit, but we got a hell of an event this weekend. UFC 316. Juliana Pena taking on Kayla Harrison for the Women's Bantamweight Championship. And Murad Dvalishvili taking on Sugar Sean O'Malley. How you doing, Lee?
Feeling good. I'm feeling good. In the trenches myself, training for a grappling show coming up
Woo.
and ready to go. UFC 316 coming this weekend. We're back. We're back, baby.
Back, baby. Before we get to this main card breakoff, this video is brought to you by TKO Roofing. They're out of Cleveland area in Ohio. Don't let your roof be the underdog. Call them and get them fixed today. Starting off the main card, UFC 316. A little bit of a banger here. We got Vicente Luque coming in against Kevin Holland. What do you think about this one, Lee? I think Holland might drop this one, dude, but it's going to be close.
You know what? I really like Holland in this matchup. Surprisingly, it's at 170, which has always favored him. He's always
Totem.
struggled against the 185ers. Vicente Luque doesn't really have the wrestling approach, although he has a grappling heavy style. It's mostly aggressive
That's true.
submissions. He likes to stand and strike. I think Holland's going to beat him there. Holland's going to have the range. And I don't think Luque has the wrestling prowess to stay on top. I think Kevin Holland's either going to present him some problems in that annoying ass guard that he has, or he's going to find
Yeah.
a way back up and he's going to hit him. And we've seen Luque struggle against good strikers several times before. Like, I mean, the last notable win he has is in 2021 with a Darce choke over on his way out,
Yeah.
Tyrone Woodley. So I don't think we're going to see a repeat of Themba de Garimbo. I'm not really going to think we're going to see a repeat of what happened with him and Buckley. But I think we're going to see a competitive fight, and I think Kevin Holland's going to edge this one out.
The only thing I see here is you did say, Vicente Luque, he does like to stand and bang. He doesn't really take down very much. I mean, only landed really a takedown or two, maybe a fight if he goes for it. But other people, he has been able to close the distance. I mean, Themba Garimbo did have the reach, did have the height too also. He ended up submitting him round one in 52 seconds, so that doesn't really freaking matter. But he did really good against Rafael dos Anjos, getting 8 takedowns back in 2023. I know Dos Anjos and Kevin Holland's not really one. He will go to his back and fight off his back. That's the only thing I think. If Vicente Luque is smart, he'll come in and he'll wrestle more than trying to stand with Kevin Holland, other than trying to overcome, what is it, a 6-inch reach deficit also on the feet, and he's a lot smaller at 6'3". So I don't think his game plan is really going to be able to stand and bang. And I see Kevin Holland maybe accepting too many takedowns. I think he'll win a round no matter what, but I think he might have bad cage awareness and maybe try to work off his back in a round where he should win if he just got back up and made him stand with him. I think it's going to go to decision, and I think Vicente Luque is going to squeak out 2 of those rounds just because Kevin Holland's so passive. Vicente Luque can push a pace if he really wants to. Like you said, he could get you up against the fence. He could keep you close, and Kevin Holland is going to need his space to open up on the feet too also. And Luque is very good at pressing forward, and I think it's Kevin Holland is going to accidentally give up one too many rounds here, and both of them really need the win. I mean, you got Vicente coming off the Garimbo, lost to Buckley, so I mean, 52-second submission, whatever, moved on. Themba Garimbo's pretty much nobody. You know what I mean? I'm going to take Vicente Luque on this one. You got Holland. Let's do this.
Yeah, crazy fun fact though. This will be Kevin Holland's 41st walk to the octagon.
That's crazy.
41st professional fight.
He's what, 33, 34? Wow. 27 and 13. I mean, Vicente Luque is 23 and 10 and 1. About
Yeah.
44. Both these dudes up there, man. I love it. It's a great matchup. Excited they put that together for UFC 316, baby. Moving on to some of the biggest switch up, big names coming in from Bellator. Mario Bautista, 15 and 2, coming against Patchy Mix. What the heck? I got him as 0 and 0 in the UFC. What is his record? Shit.
20-1 for Patrick.
Yeah, let's say it's snappy. I was gonna say undefeated for a second, but I knew he had one or two losses.
Daddy, I
Got
want
me on that one.
on your
20 and 1. Dude has proven his way up, held the title, got finishes, went the distance. What else isn't Patchy Mix shown to be able to come into the UFC and get an opponent like Mario Batista coming into the game, Lee?
Yeah, it's gonna be a wild fight. This is definitely a fan-friendly fight and has all the metrics for it. I'm with Patchy Mix on this one, man. I think he's in his prime. He's 31 years old. He's 20 and 1. His only loss is to Juan Archuleta.
Yeah, a
Ultimately,
while ago.
he's fought top level competition like Mega Man Magomedov. And I mean, even though he's coming from the B League, so to say, from PFL or Bellator, I think he's one of those guys that ultimately had the stars aligned. He would have been caught up with the UFC, like a 20-1 record at 31 years old is no slouch. And I think Batista, the he almost dropped one to Jose Aldo. He came very, very close to not winning that. I think Mix is going to come out way more aggressive and going to give him a run. Very interesting to see, but I favor Mix in this matchup.
Mm. This was a really one hard for me to pick, man. It's just such a big jump in skill. Mario Batista has fought in a lot of great fighters, and I don't know. I mean, Patchy Mix has everything to do to be in the top 10, and he's been at the epitome of the sport. Yeah, Bellator, B Team, whatever. All these dudes are killers, man. And he's been getting finishes all the way up through 2022 into 23. Really close decision split between Magomedov. What a name. But Sergio Pettis ain't no joke either. And he did finish Magomedov the first time they fought, actually back in 2022. Finished
Mm-hmm.
him and then beat him again. So I don't know. It's odd. I've looked at this one for at least 30 minutes. It all comes down to if Mario Batista can defend those takedowns, my friend.
Absolutely.
To which he does have good takedown defense, but Patchy Mix slick.
Yeah, he's
Do you
wide.
think he pushes a finish, or do you think he just makes sure he breaks into the top 10? Oh,
I think he is a wily, squirrely, hard to deal with guy, and this is gonna push a pace.
I feel he's kind of sway me. I think Batista's might underestimate him, man. He's 20 and 1. I'll go with Patchy Mix with you on this one for UFC 316 to break in the top 10. We've had trouble with people coming in lately making a statement, but Patchy Mix is one of the most well-rounded people we've seen come in from a different program like this, having one shot, your first shot, top 10. Let's say Patchy Mix gets it done, baby. Moving on to Kelvin Gastelum, 20 and 9 against Joe Pyfer, 13 and 3. This fight was supposed to already happen, what, like 3 months ago, I'm pretty sure. Pyfer injury, right? Before they fought the first time.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Was it Gastelum that pulled out or Piper? I think it was Gastelum where this was scheduled last.
Okay. Back in March. None of them fought since. Oh man, everybody's gonna hate me for it, but I think Gastelum's gonna somehow stay alive in the first, and Joe Pyfer's gonna think he gets him hurt. and Gastelum wins 2 rounds or beats him late. I know it's a crazy thought, man, but oh boy, Kelvin Gastelum's still only 33. It's not like he's past his prime. He's shown he can go 3 rounds and not get slept. He's never been slept in his career, if I'm not wrong, right?
Yeah, absolutely. That's probably one of the biggest fears of this matchup is that ultimately the same thing that Pfeiffer experienced with Jack Hermanson, Gastelum is going to cause. Ultimately, I think Pfeiffer ultimately is going to do it. He's got the power. And of course, I mean, for you to come back off from breaking your arm off a Contender Series to go on the streak that he was on,
Yes, sir.
ultimately come back from getting absolutely mollywopped from Jack Hermanson to knocking out Marc-Andre Barrios. I certainly think at his age, in his mid-20s, with the coaching that he has, he's going to put together a game plan that's going to be a lot better than what Jack Hermanson has, or to not have the same thing happen to what Jack Hermanson did to him against Gastelum. And you know what? I think he's gonna bloody up Gastelum. I think he's gonna hit Gastelum hard. I'd be interesting to see what the decision line on this when it comes out is.
Mm-hmm. Very.
So yeah, after that arm break on the Contender Series and going on the run that Pfeiffer ultimately went on, and to take a loss like he did to Jack Hermanson, getting absolutely dominated to come back and get a knockout victory against Marc-Andre Barrios. I think in the middle, in his mid-20s, at the height that he's at, going up against competition like Kelvin Gastelum, he certainly has the coach and he certainly has the attitude to make the adjustments necessary to beat Kelvin Gastelum. I'd be interested to see what the decision is, like what the odds on the decision is, because it's probably where it's going. Gastelum's going to be durable, but I think Pfeiffer's going to hit him. I think Gastelum's face is not going to look good at the end of this. And I think Pfeiffer actually, I like Pfeiffer by decision.
Oh, for some reason, I just feel like Gastelum's going to win this one, big boy.
The possibilities and the likelihood is very well there for that argument as well.
He just fights so odd too, and Piper's not the one to be able to like just sit there and he's throwing bombs. He's not gonna. And Gastelum just has a weird style, man. And these type of stylistic matchups, he just ends up winning somehow.
Yeah.
And I see him mixing in his wrestling big time. Gastelum early, early against Piper. Either like it goes to decision, split, not split, maybe even unanimous, but 28-27 Gastelum on this one. And I agree it's going the distance with you. So I'd like to see that. Maybe I don't even have to pick an actual fighter when it comes to it. Just say it's going decision, baby.
Might be some good odds on it. Might be some value there. I don't know. They haven't released anything yet. This card's been all over the map.
Yeah.
The odds were released yesterday, then they were all locked, and then they changed up. Now they don't even have the over-unders yet. It's a weird thing.
Moving on to your co-main event, UFC 316. Juliana Pena, 13-5, taking on the dog Kayla Harrison, 18-1. Oh, I think we're going to see a new champion in bantamweight division.
Yeah.
That's where I'm going, my friend.
Yeah.
I Kayla Harrison's going to do to Pena what Nunez did to Pena on her feet.
Yeah. No,
Take
absolutely.
her down and just ground the pound. Yeah.
And I agree with you on there. I mean, Harrison's only had the one loss to Pacheco, which, I mean, not a lot of people saw that coming. And, it was pretty close in itself. But I mean, that was at 155, though. And she's
Right.
been in the last couple of UFC bouts that she can make 135, but she's definitely not 135 stepping in that cage. Pena's had problems with heavier girls before. Amanda Nunes being a prime example. And I don't think it's going to have the same effect that we saw with Penna get that upset over Nunes. I think that was a once in a lifetime advantage. There
Yeah.
was there was something off with Nunes, and Penna capitalized and was able to see it through. But I highly, highly doubt there's going to be something off with Kayla Harrison. Certainly, the weight and the grappling is going to be a major factor there. She's not going to find her way in, and I don't think she'll even be able, even if she comes forward in the aggressive style. I don't think that's going to play well into her wheelhouse. She's going to end up getting clinched up and thrown.
I really leaning towards Harrison getting a finish here, really, especially over 5 rounds. But we'll see. Pena really at the decline of her career. Like you said, she took advantage of an opportunity, got thrown into stardom for a little bit. I mean, I ain't taking nothing against her though. Raquel Pennington is no joke. She did get a win over her in her last defense. So actually, I'm gonna look at the stats of that real quick. It was a banger. Zero
Yeah,
takedowns attempts by Raquel Pennington. That's not going to be the case this time around, my friend.
yeah, Kayla's going to get her down to the ground.
I agree.
Like in her PFL days, you used to have to, it was like minus 200 for a round one finish for almost all the Kayla hairs.
That's badass to be doing like that throughout your career, man. Before we get to this main event, I want to give another shout out to TKO Roofing. It is owned by Cody Wilson, the 145-pound champ in Cage Thunder here in Ohio. He has his business, TKO Roofing up in Cleveland, Ohio. Don't let your roof be the underdog. Call the champ and get it fixed. For your main event, UFC 316, Merab Dvalishvili for Sugar Sean. Malley 18-2. As much everybody hates on Sean, but I really like him. And if he does win, it would get a lot of good matchups in the division. Get back to some striking, get some people going for a tie with the striking, but that's just not where it's at. I say Marab walks away again. I don't know how much you can learn since the last time he fought. Yeah, he had the excuse he was hurt. He was not able to wrestle the last time they fought. And truthfully, O'Malley did do better at not laying on his back the whole fight, actually, than I expected him to. Being able to get up, wrestle a little bit. But what if he can defend the takedowns? But you really think he's better defend a takedown than Umar?
You know what? I
It's
heard my
just,
I heard my coach say something last week while I was training, and I had no idea what it meant at first, but it fits perfectly to describe what Sean O'Malley can do in this fight. And ultimately, you can't add layers to an onion. You just can't. There's not much Sean O'Malley is going to be able to develop to beat the tenacity and the takedown ability of Merab Dvalishvili. There just isn't. What are you going to train over the past 6 months that's going to make the result any different? If there was an injury, okay, maybe he'll do a little bit better. Maybe there's a slight chance that O'Malley's experience maybe has it, gets it in round one. But from what we've seen for, I don't know, the last 18 fights of Marab's, what have we seen against Umar? It's not looking like it's not looking favorable for O'Malley.
I mean, it's never out of the ballpark, though. He could catch him. A fight's a fight, dude. It doesn't matter if Marab's never been, you know what I mean? Never been slept in a long time, never been put on his ass. It could happen. It can happen to anybody in the UFC. We've seen greats get slept, even in their primes to start on their way down. It could happen, but like you said, if you can't defend a takedown 6 months ago, how else? Where's the magic juice at, Lee?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Give me this juice.
Magic wrestling juice. It's in Dagestan.
Because I mean, he could make the same mistake that what's his? I literally had the name on the tip of my tongue. Aljamain could, he could make the same mistake. You never know. One wrong step, bop bop.
What Tim Welchel go and Merab goes.
Yeah. But I'm going to say Dvalishvili keeps the title, which I'm pretty excited. You know, he's a great champ. He puts on exciting, great fights. But what's left for the division after he gets it, who knows? I'll take Marab. I might sprinkle on Malley knockout. You never know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I remember cashing that plus 200 against Aljamain Sterling, and I did not believe for a second it would happen. So, you know
Right.
what? Again, Sean O'Malley's in his prime. He's got some of the best coaches in the world. And I mean, he's got all the ability to develop technique that money could ultimately buy as far as professional MMA. So there is a chance he could develop, but I mean, we've seen what Marab can do to the best wrestlers, and high percentage of the time, a very, very good wrestler doesn't always beats a very, very good striker.
Yeah. You ain't wrong there. That wraps up our UFC 316 breakdown. Make sure y'all check us out on Winnable. We got some slips every week for every card. Lee One over here is taking the point on that. MMA Fiend watches too much, knows too much, bets too good. That's what I'm talking about, baby.
Exactly.
Check us out on there. Make sure y'all check out TKO Roofing. Lee, you got anything special?
Yeah, this weekend we got something cooking up right now for one championship. We can get some good lines on Brave CF. We're going to throw those up there too. And as always, we've got everything coming at you. We're going to have 5 premium plays for the UFC, something to pad your bankroll. And maybe we'll throw in a
Yes,
fun
sir.
part this week too.
That's what I'm talking about.
We need Brendan's special sauce. Brendan cashes the plus 450 to Dorovic against Reese when everybody's going knockout. Everybody's going the fight does not go the distance. Plus 450.
Yeah, that's a good one, man. And it went exactly how I expected it to go, is what it is. Part of the betting game, baby. You got to bet what you see. Bet what you see. Go with your gut. That wraps it up. See y'all next week. Fight Time Network.